Здравствуйте, ну я продолжаю бегать за охотника за головами. Фу, блин, за имперского агента. Охотник за головами что-то прилип.
Enjoy your stay. Do you require medical attention? Be well.
Exactly as reported. A Degree 6 revolt, population equivalent to the Duros uprising on Zilior. Subjects occupy a moderate radius of jungle. Good. Good. I recognize you from my dealings with Imperial intelligence. I am Lord Drow. When the Empire encounters resistance on its conquered worlds, they call me. I'm here to end the slave uprising on Dромунд-Каас.
Welcome to the Imperial capital, my lord.
What's the right tone of obedience? You'll be an excellent asset here. Situation is this. A Sith Lord was constructing a colossal statue of himself in the jungle. His slaves revolted and armed themselves. The Colossus remains unfinished, and well-armed slaves now control the jungle. An embarrassment for the Empire, but an opportunity for me.
What do these renegade slaves possibly provide you?
Test subjects, of course. A means of perfecting my techniques. I'm testing a toxic weapon, a poison called Quell. Its victims experience a prolonged state of agonizing pain before finally dying. The victims' allies are so horrified by Quell's effects, they lose their wills to resist. At least that's what I intend to prove.
It sounds very noble.
Yes, cowing the masses is a complex art. It requires a great deal of fine-tuning. I need someone to introduce a controlled amount of Quell into the slaves' water supply so that I can determine the proper dosage. Work is dangerous, there will be armed slaves everywhere, but your success will be well rewarded. What do you say?
I'm at home dealing death from the shadows.
Indeed. The most effective agents of the Empire are the ones who work behind the scenes. My assistant, Sergeant Slerin, will recommend the correct dosage of Quell and give you a supply. See him at the research tent. If I know Lord Drow's tastes, which unfortunately I do, he sent you for the quell toxin.
Are you implying something, Sergeant?
My superior appreciates a particular sort of talent, that's all. What if I told you this experiment is pointless? That past studies have shown increased suffering has no impact on the speed of surrender. This has nothing to do with accelerating the end of a rebellion. Lord Drow simply takes perverse thrill in gratuitous suffering.
I'm sure Lord Drow wouldn't appreciate these comments.
Don't get me wrong, Lord Drow is very good at what he does, but he lets his personal bents impede our efficiency. I want this assignment over with. The faster this rebellion ends, the faster I'll be reassigned to more important work. Serving Lord Drow's bloodlust has stunted my career. If not for his inefficiency, I'd be a captain by now.
You think a lot of yourself.
I know my potential, just as I know who's holding me back from achieving it. Lord Drow's dosage of quell toxin will have slaves writhing in agony for pointless weeks, during which this area will remain volatile. I've prepared a dose that will kill the slaves efficiently, which is better for the Empire and for me. Will you deliver my dosage instead?
Let's end this revolt efficiently and kill off these renegades.
Wonderful. It's the right thing for everyone. Well, almost everyone. I'll give you a maximum dose of quell toxin. Inject it into the slave camp's water filtration systems and see Lord Drow afterward. don't understand why it didn't work. I was meticulous with my measurements. Those slaves must be more fragile than I thought. The queller you put in their water supply is killing them outright.
Espionage is complicated. Things rarely go as planned.
True, but I had such hopes for this experiment. All my research is now useless. Oh well. You did as I asked, and your payment was not contingent on the results. Here, take your credits and go. I have a great deal of thinking to do.
Watcher 2 here. I'm receiving your signal. Mapping your location now. Glad you made it through the jungle safely, Agent. Ready to work?
I'm ready. Just standing by for the details.
You may have noticed the chaos out there. There's a slave rebellion going on and you're heading into the middle of it. Our analyst charged with monitoring the rebellion is with me. His name is Dромунд-Каас. He can fill you in on the details.
Go ahead then.
Imperial intelligence is leaving concerns about the rebellion itself to the military. You're here for a specific slave, an alien named Jurithus.
We're talking about a violent extraction, killing rebel slaves.
Don't make this difficult, Agent. Jurithus was once owned by an anti-government radical who used slaves to carry messages to like-minded dissidents.
We questioned the slave's former master.
He's gone. Dead at the hands of an over-enthusiastic agent. That's why Mind 4 is no longer with us.
One way or another, I'll make sure he talks.
Another reason why it's useful to have aliens on staff. In any case, good luck.
I'll get Jurithus's messages.
You should find your targets inside the camp. Take a slave down, apply the serum, and locate Jurithus. This is the only way we can learn what the radicals are planning. Time's running out, Agent.
Look at them out there. They're like animals. Hundreds of slaves with no one to command them and without a thought in their minds as to what to do with their freedom. Like I said, the slaves are animals. But we've noticed strange behavior in the pack. And my superiors want to know more. Some of the slaves are killing each other. We don't know if they're mad or hungry, desperate, or if there's a faction of slaves who've turned on the rest.
You've been observing them. Give me your best guess.
I don't really know. Who can fathom the mind of a slave? We know that the killings are ritualistic. The murderous slaves come in the night, stab their foes, and paint themselves in blood. If you could investigate, catch them in the act and take them down, maybe you could find a clue to their motives.
I'll share any information I turn up.
Look for any slave who's turned on his peers. With luck, he'll lead us to answers.
You're not the initiate, but you're strong to have killed so many. You honor us. Welcome to our prison.
What is this? Are you the one behind the killings?
I am Traka Unvor, leader of the Unchained. I am master of my hatred. When the other slaves broke free, I laughed. Like you, I knew their escape was a delusion. For only Sith possess true freedom.
No one is free in the Empire. Not even Sith.
I know the Sith code. Freedom comes through power, through victory. I saw a chance to prove myself. I culled weak from strong. I began to kill and to teach. I showed slaves freedom through bloodshed. Now my followers and I are the masters here. And soon, we will become Sith ourselves.
Let's hear some more.
We are hateful. We are powerful. We are free. In this way, we are already Sith. Now you can spread word of us to the Empire. Your strength is great. With your approval, we shall serve. Carry our message of allegiance to your masters, and we will become the new face of the Empire. We will be champions of the dark side.
The Empire will hear your message.
As it should be. Take this datapad, my plea to the Sith Lords. For now, I am not ready to leave the Colossus. With every kill, I feel my power grow. And there are many slaves who may yet join me. But soon, we will all be ready. We will await word from the Empire.
I wish you good luck.
Farewell for now. We return to the shadows.
I'm running. Chest hurts. Something's in my head. Rain's coming down. Everything's sinking into the ground.
Good stuff. Haven't seen anyone zoned out like that since Narshada.
I think I know you, but I don't remember anything. I don't know what you want. Everything hurts.
I'm looking for someone. Can you help me?
I can help you. Let me help you. I don't know what to do with my head. Please tell me.
The baby. Tell me about Jurithus.
Jurithus is gone. Day is gone now. It all goes so slow. Jurithus burns and starts to look like our Colossus. Incomplete. Jurithus died fighting in the jungle. I don't remember why we were fighting. Jurithus died, I know that.
Do you know where he kept his belongings?
He kept his old life with him. Strange life, strange data pads. He thought they were valuable. Jarethis died with Safin and Reneth and Avoira. All aliens, all friends, all fighting beside the foot of the statue. Jarethis is still there, if the beasts haven't eaten him.
I really appreciate your help.
What should I think about now? I don't know what to do with my head. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Don't worry. You don't have to think anymore.
I don't have to think. Thank you.
Christ, don't even think you felt it.
It's good to see you back. I knew those slaves couldn't hold their own against you. I take it you managed to track down one of the murderers. What's their story? Can we use them?
Here, your answer is on this data pad.
This is madness. They're serious. Slaves who think they can become sick.
We use the tools we're given, no matter what they are.
I understand. Of course. Of course you're right. I'll inform command. I'm not actually authorized to speak with Sith Lords on the blockade. But I'll make sure they know too. It's been an honor working with you. I hope we meet again.
I'm expecting to hear from Watcher 2. Put me through.
You're to suspend all field operations immediately. You're needed elsewhere.
I wasn't expecting to hear from you, Keeper.
Wanted to is still your liaison to base, but I wanted to deliver these orders personally. Darth Jadis wants to speak with you. You will proceed to his chambers for an audience. You've met Darth Jadis, experienced his power. I suggest you treat him with respect and do as he asks.
Why would he want to talk to me?
I told you on Hutter that he would reward success or failure appropriately. It seems he's decided now is the time. You will resume operations when this is finished, Agent. Keep her out.
Well, that didn't sound so good. Still, powerful men are the same across the galaxy. I'll bet your life that whatever else Jadis is, he's a powerful man too.
Ratataki must remain outside. The master has not requested her presence.
Looks like I'll have to miss this one then. Real shame.
I'll meet you when we're done in here.
Sure thing, Agent.
Come, stand before me, and revel in the power of the Dark Council. Allow your body to betray you. Allow your blood to boil and your heart to slow. Everything that is not of the dark side will be purged, or it will be tainted. This is inoculation, Agent. This is a sacred rite. You are privileged.
Your parlor tricks don't frighten me, Lord Jadis.
Adolescent defiance will not serve you here. When the time comes, you will beg to feel my power again. But that is not why I summoned you. This is your due reward. You proved yourself by outmaneuvering the Huts. Now I choose you to exterminate the dissidents who would destroy our way of life. I sense your uncertainty. You wonder why I involve myself in this affair. Why I take an interest in you and Imperial intelligence.
I wouldn't presume to wonder. It's not my place to question you.
Many in the Dark Council hold themselves above the mundane business of the Empire. I believe this is a mistake. I believe we must spread the ways of the Sith to the Empire entire, plant terror and hatred in every heart. I believe in the democratization of fear. But these dissidents threaten all progress. Left unchecked, they would reduce our world to ash and raise nothing in its place.
The Empire has overcome worse foes than these malcontents.
Do not underestimate our enemies. They are powerful, and there are those who sympathize with them, people at the highest levels of government. I chose you for this assignment, not only because of your successes, but because you are an outsider, an alien whom your superiors disdain and overlook. Your loyalty is uncompromised.
I don't know what you're talking about. My species has never been an issue.
Watch those around you and trust no one. You will see the truth for yourself. I will leave Dромунд-Каас soon aboard the starship Dominator. I will travel with 1,000 dignitaries, diplomats, and slaves, and show them the galaxy as I envision it. When I return, I expect the dissidents to have been purged. Kneel before me now, and I will ensure that you have the means to succeed.
Да пошел ты.
With respect, Lord Jadis, I will not bow to you.
You do not wish to refuse me, Agent. Consider your defiance in the face of the Dark Council.
Do what you will.
And consider this a small example of my power. When you awaken, remember it as the price of arrogance.
And yet, what's the situation?
This is Watcher 2. We're still working on full analysis of the slave's files, but we have a new lead. Proceed to the Nexus Room Cantina in Kās City. I'll brief you once you're in place.
I'll be there shortly. Anything else?
Just make sure you're ready to socialize. Watcher 2 out.
Please use all products only as intended. Be well. Ready for departure.
This is Watcher 2, signal established. I've tapped into the Cantina holocams, Agent. I can see you from 6 different angles. We're ready to go.
Give me the rundown.
So, Theodore Mindak is a genius inventor and entrepreneur working with the radicals. Unfortunately, Theodore is being sheltered by the Sith Lord Grathan. Grathan turns a blind eye to Theodore's affiliations in exchange for weapon designs.
I assume you're not briefing me over drinks for my comfort.
No. You're here for a very specific reason. Dealing with Grathan directly isn't an option. He's involved in a power struggle with the other Dark Lords. In essence, he's gone rogue. However, Theodore's daughter, Samara, frequents this cantina. She has access to Theodore's workshop in Grathan's estate.
I'll talk to her. What's her profile?
Samara Mindak is rich, young, and willing to flaunt her advantages. She's popular with the Kās City elite, but hardly beloved. no meaningful connections or reputation. Our profile suggests she'll cooperate if given incentives. I've located her in a private lounge. It's up to you how to handle her.
She won't be a problem.
Once Samara's told you how to reach her father's workshop, head to Lord Grafton's estate. Send us anything you find on Theodore's computers.
Consider it done.
Go. I'll be watching.
Ладно, продолжим уже в следующий раз. С вами был Дима. До встречи. Пока.